Lewis Hart for Ring Magazine, delighted today to be joined by Eddie Hearn here in London. We've just witnessed Dave Allen knock out Johnny Fisher in what was a brutal ending here at the Copperbox. Eddie, what's your thoughts and feelings after what we just witnessed there?
I mean, so dramatic. It's heavyweight boxing. I think, you know, same kind of pattern as the first fight, really. Johnny controls the first 4 rounds and Dave starts to add the pressure, increase the work rate, lean on him, make him work, just empty the tank a little bit and then make him make a mistake, which was to get caught by the big right hand over the top, which is the signature shot. You know, gets up and couldn't recover. Yeah. Obviously, it was on the bell, the knockout, so you know you'd hope that he could just survive the round, but a massive left hook and a huge knockout. And you know, if there was anyone that was going to break the hearts of Johnny Fisher and his fans, I'm glad it's Dave Allen. Well deserved, and it's going to be interesting to see what's next. Do
you think they'll look back in hindsight now and regret taking a rematch initially? Because Allen said,
I mean, you know, hindsight was the right word to use. You know, it's like at the end of the day, if you lose, you're always going to say I shouldn't have taken it, and if you win, you say, yeah, thank God we did the rematch. You know, it was a massive night. You know, there was a lot of money at stake for both guys. It's a great atmosphere. I think the thing lacking was experience, you know, and that showed again tonight. You know, although Johnny is a good fighter, he doesn't have the ring craft of someone that's like Dave Allen, who's been around in the amateurs, who's fought at the very top of the heavyweight division, that's got beaten up, that's had big wins, that's headlined before, and that showed in there tonight. You know, and sometimes when you don't have that experience, you're going to get found out, and that's what happened to Johnny tonight. And you know, I'm very proud of him. I think he was very gutsy to take the rematch, and I think it was the right thing to do. But at the end of the day, as we always say, he wasn't good enough, and there's no shame in that. But you've got to go back to the drawing board.
Does that rival the Lucas Brown night, would you say, for Dave? He said nothing on top of it.
Yeah, but I think it's bigger really, because Lucas Brown was old. You know, I know he was probably had a better resume than Johnny Fisher, but like, you know, I think a lot of people felt that that Johnny Fisher would win tonight. You know, I felt it was a very, very dangerous fight. But, you know, one thing about Dave Allen is when he's fit and when he believes in himself, and now with Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis, he's a handful and he's a very good heavyweight. He's actually a lot better than he thinks. Yeah. You know, which is actually, you know, you want him to actually say, listen, mate, you need to actually switch on because you're a good fighter. So, yeah, great win for him.
Good night for the prospects as well.
Yeah, really good. Like, we've got so many great fighters. I mean, you know, Taylor Bevan, Laylee Buttigieg, good win for John Hedges, Shannon Ryan in a great fight. But, you know, for me, George Liddard was a standout. He's 22 years old. Kieran Conway looked really good as well. Jimmy Sainz banking the rounds, but so many great young fighters, and it was an incredible night. Great atmosphere, and, you know, a massive congratulations to Dave Allen.
Does Liddard and Conway happen next, do you think?
Yeah, we've agreed to do that. So, look, I think when you're 22, like he is, it's like, do you really, you know, do you want to gamble at that age in your career? But he seems to want to, and if Tony Sims wants to, I want to. I always want to gamble. I mean, you know, if they believe they can win the fight, let's do it. And I think those two for the British and Commonwealth's a great fight.
Yeah, Catterall Eubank got announced as well.
Yeah, great reaction to that. You know, it's a really, really good fight. It's a great domestic fight, which is what we need. Harlem Eubank full of confidence. I'm surprised they took it, if I'm honest. But they think they're going to knock out Jack Catterall, and I think 147 will actually really suit him, because I think he's been at 140 for a long time, but it's a hell of a fight.
Yeah. Just touching on that, I'm hearing rumours of a potential rematch between Jazza Dickens and Zelfa Barrett potentially land on that card. Is there any truth to that?
Maybe. We're putting the undercard together at the moment, and it'll be a big one, and it'll be a massive night back at the AO Arena actually, which hasn't had a big fight for a long time.
Yeah, got to talk about July 12th, Flushing Meadows, Ring Magazine, third card. An exciting one, a little lively presser the other week.
It was good. I mean, we flew in and out, and it's another great card. I love the venue. You know, I've been looking at tennis arenas for a while. You know, and I think it's going to be a great night. I really like Berlanga against Shiraz. I really like Shakur against Zepeda, great fight. And also some great fights on the undercard. Katiev against Morel's a hell of a fight. And obviously Puello against Matthias is very important for us, particularly with Dalton Smith. So looking forward to another Ring Magazine card July 12th.
Did want to ask you, after the face-off, Berlanga was doing some sort of pretending like with a pretend gun. Was that towards yourself?
What happened was, he was doing it to Hamza, and I just looked at him and was like, And he went to me, yeah, boom, boom, boom. And I went, suck my cock. Sorry, excuse my name. But we'll do. But me and Edgar get on. But like, it was a bit about, and I bumped into him on the street, and he like come up to me, he's like, yo, man. Yeah. And I said to him, I said, you know, Edgar, I said, you know, in that new house that you got through the Matchroom deal, I said, what you should have is a picture of me in your living room. And every day you should walk past it. And as you walk into your lounge, you should go, thank you so much, Eddie. And that's it. And he was like, well, we get on all right. Listen. I wish him all the best. It's a great fight. I think he's the favourite in the fight, but Hamza's a good fighter.
Yeah. Before I do let you go, Boots Teofimo. Is there legs in it, do you think?
For sure, we're talking about it now. You know, if Boots stays at 147, I think he'll fight Teofimo. And if he doesn't fight Teofimo, I think he'll move to 54. So we've got to make that decision soon. His Excellency wants to know, and we'll do that over the weekend.
Perfect, top there. Appreciate it, Eddie. Thank you.
We'll just do 3 minutes.